Hello everyone, today is the day. We finally get it done. I will finally be reviewing the Lemon Tree Toys Purple Potato. It has been a long time coming. Thank you guys for your patience, and let's get into this. Starting this off, we're gonna just spin him around so you can see the full 360 of this figure, and he is a very clean looking figure. I don't think he's based on anything specific, but it does look good in general. And now moving on to his accessories. We got his little stand for his vehicle mode, blast effect parts, two little nubs for his vehicle mode. I still have no clue what those are. We got the little magnet piece that lights up his eye, more pieces for his vehicle mode, two blasters, and his hose, which is actually made out of metal. Alright, so let's say you want to get Purple Potato looking a little bit more accurate. All you gotta do is grab that aforementioned hose, put it onto one of the aforementioned blaster parts right there on that tab. You have to grab that piece right there. It's a double-sided peg. When you get it out of the box, you just plug it in like that, and then you plug it into his back right there. You unplug his hand, which is just on a peg as well, and then you plug in his hand blaster, and then boom, you've got the completed Purple Potato look. How cool. You can also do a really cool thing and plug in the blast effect parts, and then he can look like he's shooting at you. Wow, so cool. You can also plug him into his back, but they look better in vehicle mode. I don't know what I was tapping there. And for storage, or for the other blaster, you can just throw it up top, because for some reason he comes with two. And if you want to have both hands on, you can throw the other blaster up there too. I was just too lazy to do that. And now we'll bring in the little magnet piece, so I can show you what you can do when you tap his eye. His LED looks very nice. And there's another place you can press it to get to light up, and that's on his little thrusters, but they're kind of a pain to actually turn on, and they don't look all that great. Now I will tell you, this figure is solid, but there are some pieces that you have to watch out for, like the little ball joint that holds his leg piece together, kind of. It popped off on me my first time transforming it. I tried to force it back in and it snapped clean off. So just be a little bit careful with that. Otherwise, there haven't been any other points of breaking on mine. Now for Poseability, he's got a double hinge joint at the head. He can look up very far and down pretty far. His arms can move out, and they are on a double hinge there, as you can see. He has a butterfly joint that goes forward and a little bit backwards as well. He does have a ratcheted arm rotation. He can go full 360 if you move the back piece out of the way. He does indeed have a bicep swivel, and again, it can go full 360. And on a metal joint, he has a double bend at the elbow. Due to his hand being on a peg, he does have a swivel at the wrist. Now, he does have a ball joint at the base, and then a hinge joint at the thumb, and then for the rest of his fingers, he has a ball joint, hinge joint. And he does have a waist swivel that can full 360. And then he does have a amazingly ratcheted ab crunch, and he can bend about 90 degrees. His hip skirts move out of the way for a beautifully ratcheted forward and backward kick. His leg can move out all the way. He has a swivel at the knee, as well as a slight swivel at the thigh. He has a ratcheted and fully metal knee bend. And he has an ankle swivel and a pivot both ways. He also, due to the transformation, has a front and back bend, but very slight. And for our first comparison, here he is with the Siege Shockwave, and as you can see, he is quite a bit taller than the average Voyager class figure. Here he is with the greatest Optimus Prime figure, the Magic Square Light of Peace. As you can see, he scales pretty well with him. And here he is standing back to back with his leader, MP36 Megatron, and they look great. After all those great comparisons, the next thing we're going to be doing is transforming this guy. To start off, you're going to want to take off his hand. That piece does come off quite often when you try to unplug his hose. It just plugs right back in. That's also how you access the batteries for the LEDs. I can't remember if I showed you guys how to put them all together in this video. It's been a while since I've recorded this and put it in my editing software. But that's how you access the panel, at least. You put back on his hand, and then you have to align his fingers in a specific way that I am detailing right now. You just have to do the little bend and keep them straight, essentially, and then you're ready for the transformation. Let's get into it. And after that transformation sequence, we get a pretty good looking representation of the Nemesis. If you guys don't know what that is, it's the Decepticon warship. But here we can also turn this figure around, and unlike in the robot mode, the LEDs on his thrusters actually have a purpose, and they look really good. And I should have shown you guys like a video or picture from a dark room, but I don't think you're gonna really be looking at it in a dark room for a long period of time. But you can also plug in his blast effect parts, as previously mentioned, and they do get lit up pretty decently from the LEDs. The LEDs are pretty good quality. So right here, we have these two pieces. I showed them earlier. You just put them together, and that kind of forms a piece to make the front part not look so flat and awful. But at the same time, I don't really care to put both of them on because they do kind of hinder the robot mode in a way. And I don't even have a picture of that to show you guys, unfortunately. But, you know, in a second here, you will see kind of what it would look like all put together right about now. But again, I just don't care enough about the vehicle mode. And then you can also take his blasters from robot mode and plug them onto the back bottom part of his ship mode. And it looks pretty good. Alright, and now for the final part of this video. Here he is next to Siege Shockwave, and as you can see, he is quite a bit bigger, to the point where he actually grabbed onto my power strip that is behind my setup. But obviously bigger than a Voyager. And you can see that it is a very tall stand, already halfway up Light of Peace, which is already a big figure. And finally, him and MP36. And don't worry guys, this is a knockoff MP36. I'm not like stretching and breaking an official one. But he is significantly taller than MP36 when on his stand, and without his stand, he is quite a bit shorter. My closing thoughts are, this guy is definitely worth what I paid for him. I got him on sale on the Show Z store. The sale recently ended. I was hoping to get this video out soon enough to where he would still be on sale, but unfortunately he isn't. Overall, very solid, a very hefty figure too. There's a lot of diecast in there. Really fun. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the patience and all the support on that Light of Peace video. It is doing insanely well, and I appreciate everybody who watched it. It's amazing to see something that I wasn't expecting to do so well to get almost 30,000 views now. I appreciate all of you. Have a great day. I'll see you guys next time.